What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 81 of the Rise to Glory here at Gibraltar Apex. And today I have for you guys a Bayern Munich doubleheader in the Champions League. We're going to be doing both games against them in the group stage. They're actually back to back. The first of which is at the Allianz Arena, and then going to obviously play the games in between off kind of recording, and we'll come back for the home tie a few days later, and hopefully we might be in a half decent position in the group stage. If you missed the last episode, you have to go check it out. Go back now. I'm commanding you to go do it. It was a game against Benfica. Worth a watch. Anyway, let's have a look at those results since the last one. Of course, we won 2-0 against Benfica last episode. A fantastic result. Two results. Going to blast through these real quick. A 13-0 win against Europa Points. I believe that is now the club's record highest goal-scoring game. It's the highest goal-scoring game in the division as well. Paul Smith, Cafe, Tuzon and Jer all getting hat-tricks. Cafe actually got 4 goals in the end, but between them, 13 goals, not too bad of a performance. And against Lynx, 9-0 it finished. Jer and Mustafa getting 7 goals between them. A really good performances there. Kind of what's to be expected, I suppose. And yeah, shall we now shift our attention onto the Champions League? The interesting stuff going on here. Looking at the group, it's really, really tight. It's a bit of a mad situation just because everyone's beaten everyone. Anything could happen in this group. Despite 2 games being played, everyone is on a level kind of playing field. And yeah, it's just a little bit mad at the moment. In terms of our team for today's game, relatively fit. I've got to take out Edson, which is a bit of a shame because he is suspended. So Walter Del Sol, who of course scored last time out, I think is going to come into the side. Elsewhere, we've got a few injuries. It's worth noting Gaviao coming back from his injury, still not 100% fit, which is a real shame. In terms of our bench, we're going to have Romero on the bench, Medina, McVitie, Tuzon, Russo. Kenny Tete is back, the right back who he loaned in. He broke his toe. I don't think we're going to play him today just because he's not match fit. Might come on off the bench, however, to play that right back. A really good player for us, and I'm very excited to have him back from injury. And I think for our next kind of 3 group stage games where he should be fit, he's just going to be a massive player for us. And I look forward to seeing what he can contribute kind of defensively, I guess. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the team we have. I wouldn't mind having another centre-back on the bench, really. Or centre-back, centre-mid. I think we'll put on Jay Desir as well. And I'm going to take off McVitie. Desir here joined us, of course, on loan from West Ham. A very good player, this guy. English player, if we look at his history. Obviously joined us on loan. Only 300k played. He's not played many games for us, but I think this is the kind of game where he's a useful player to have. And certainly is an option on off the bench. But yeah, pretty happy with our team. Should we get into the game? We're going to play on the counter, of course. Away from home against Bayern, never going to be easy. I'm going to stick with Mustafa and Russo up front, actually. 2 strikers who have played alongside each other in our Champions League games. At the back, Marriott, Grundy, Del Sol and Evans. Obviously, Del Sol in for the suspended Edson, the only change there. The midfield 4, pretty standard, really. Smith, Cruz, Bouchard and Cafe. And I've already talked about the strikers. All in all, in quite a good position, really. We'll submit this team for this game. The odds are very much against us. Bayern Munich, a very good team. They beat Real Madrid in their last game, but they lost to Benfica a little bit before that. So, you know, impossible is nothing. We've got to dare to dream here. We'll see how our 4-4-2 counter gets on, of course. Coming off the back of that high in terms of just the win against Benfica. Crazy result there. Looking to build upon that if we can. But we know it's going to be a massive ask. This is as tough as the Real Madrid game, really. Our group, an extremely tough group to get put in. Bayern Munich were the second seeds in the group behind Real Madrid, so perhaps, you know, they're not quite as good as Madrid. But in reality, I mean, it's Bayern Munich. They've got good players. They're always going to make things tough for us. However, actually, 22 minutes gone. Neither team's done a lot with it. Bayern Munich having significantly more possession but doing nothing with it, and a 0-0 draw away from home. I take it. I'm saying that now with 60 minutes left. I can almost guarantee you it's not going to stay like that. Either way, we've had a few chances of our own, which is nice, but neither team crafting out any clear-cut opportunities. If this finishes like this, I might be glad we're doing 2 games this episode, because right now this is dull. To be honest, dull isn't that bad. I can deal with boring as long as it ends up with a result. Although we are going to have a highlight here right before half-time. This would be a terrible time for either team to concede. Bouchard, though, with the tackle. Cafe, options on ahead. Big ball up to Russo. Options in the middle. Whips it in. Mustafa. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Jack, sit down. The game paused there. Like I think it was loading up the offside decision. Oh, heartbreak. Either way, I'm going to tell the players they've been unlucky so far. Should get a relatively good reaction. Going to also encourage the players now Really good first half, can't complain one little bit. More of the same in the second would be amazing. Mustafa not had the best game. Manuel Cruz on a booking. That's slightly concerning. Don't like him being on a booking. I want to bring in Gavial, but he's coming back from his injury and he's only on 81% condition. So I don't want to make that change too prematurely. We might make that kind of 57, 58 minutes in. That's a really precise minute, Jack, that you've decided to sub him in at. Hopefully Cruz won't get sent off before that. And hopefully we can kind of maintain this performance going forward. I'm going to make a change, actually. I'm going to change Bouchard to a deep line playmaker on support, which might seem a little bit odd, but I think just having him sit a little bit deeper might be beneficial, although we need to defend this set piece here. Carlos Eduardo, Bacola cutting inside, shoots, and Young is beating it again, and that is very much a deja vu goal. That reminds me so much of the goal we conceded against Real Madrid. It's a shot at the near post. Granted, it's from close range. It's shocking marking from the set piece. Who is this here? Who stopped caring? Bouchard. Not the best defensively. And, well, Del Sol misses his tackle, which is unfortunate. And Young, it's a half-assed save. It's very annoying to watch. I think we're actually going to change to our 4-4-2 attack going forward here. Benfica and Real Madrid currently drawing. So that's an interesting result that could have some implications. It would actually probably be the best result for us, really. But we're going to switch to the 4-4-2 attack. We're going to go for it a little bit more. I'm going to make some changes here. Manuel Cruz going off for Gavial. Dugan's had a pretty bad game by his standards. So I'm going to bring in, I think we're going to bring in Jer or Tuzon. I'm going to bring in Tuzon, actually. We'll go with that double change now. We'll save our last sub. A few of our defenders booked, which is a little bit concerning. Debatably should be taking one of them off, but I want to hold on to that last sub for now. And, well, the changes I've made I feel like are necessary to help us going forward on the attack. But anyway, it's still only 1-0. Not a bad performance so far away from home in the Allianz Arena. Of course, we'd like to get a goal if we can. We might have a chance here as well. Big goal kick up to Russo, Gavial, Bouchard, Tuzon, Russo. Options out on the right. Evans is there. Can you whip it in, my son? Crosses it. Russo, hit it. It's in. Let's go. 1-1. Come on. Daniele Russo with the goal. Nice build-up play. Nice goal. Evans, the Ginger Ninja, top of the assist charts at the moment for the team, adds another one to the collection. And it's Russo. Lovely touch. On the turn, bang. Part of me says, Jack, go counter. The other part of me says, stay attacking. It's worked in the opening kind of period here. Bayern Munich, they're going to have a lot of chances. We've had a lot of chances ourselves, though. I feel like we should stay on the attack. I mean, I might regret this immediately now, but we've not been outclassed this game. Bayern Munich on the attack, though. We do need to defend well here. Sturm, Diakate, Alaba, not retired yet. And Danny Evans, he's going to get sent off, isn't he? I knew that was going to happen. Knew it. Knew it. Oh, what is up with our discipline? What is... No words. It's a problem that we've had for many years. In terms of what I'm going to do team-wise, I'm going to stay on attacking, but I'm going to switch Bouchard to a deep line playmaker on defend. We'll bring in Tete for his debut. Not a bad time for him to get it. We're also going to stick all our fullbacks on defend as well. We've got, 15 minutes left of this game. Set piece here whipped in. Grundy heads it away. If we concede from this set piece, that would be so cruel. To not only go down a man, but to lose our lead would be heartbreaking. Although, I mean, Tete with a nice tackle there. 85th minute, Bouchard. Well, on the attack, Gavial. Tuzon. Oh, he puts it wide. It was a clear-cut chance. We're down a man, but we're still creating opportunities. And that was a real chance. Corner here, whipped in. There is not a lot of time left in this game. Tino Horn collects. It's probably going to finish 1-1 here. I say probably because anything could happen. There's 10 seconds left. I'd take this result. A fantastic away performance. If it stays like this, Romero bringing it forward. The ref blows his whistle mercifully. It's 1-1. That is a great performance. That is cannot fault the players. If we got that goal late on, it would have been absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, Tuzon putting the chance wide. But looking at the group, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in 3rd and 4th. Benfica beat Madrid. I mean, things are getting a little bit crazy in this group. Every single team has 0 goal difference as well, which is really curious. This is turning into a crazily interesting group this year. Of course, as I mentioned, we've still got another Bayern Munich game to do this live con, but off the back of this, going to play them again at home. Looking forward to it now. Hopefully you guys will stick around. I'm going to go play the league games in between. We'll be back, and hopefully we can do one better against Bayern Munich at the Space Park. Okay guys, so we are back for the second game here against Bayern Munich of this live com. Hopefully we can get a good result again today. We're at home, so hopefully we can use that to our advantage. Of course, that 1-1 draw, really good performance there. Looking at Bayern Munich, predicted to play a 4-4-2. In terms of how we are lining up for this game, we're going to play the 4-4-2 counter. In goal we go with Young, left back Marriott, centre backs of Grundy and Edson, of course. Grundy on loan from Everton, Edson on loan from Wolfsburg. Right back, the Valencia loanee, Tete, the Dutch international, a very good player, fully fit now, recovered from that broken toe of his. Delighted to have him in the squad. Think he's going to offer us quite a lot from the right back position. In centre mid, we go with Bouchard and Gavial. Gavial, please don't get sent off today. That is all I ask of you. Bouchard as well, very good player, of course, the Canadian international. Right back, or right mid rather, for today's game, we go with Cafe. Left mid, we go with Jay Dessert. Smith, unfortunately, out suspended. A big game for him to be missing, but Dessert comes into the side. I believe this is going to be his first ever appearance for the club, so a big game for him today. Not entirely match fit, but he is left-footed and he can partially play at left mid, so he's quite a natural-ish fit to play there. And then up front for today's game, we're going to go with Mustafa and Jer. Of course, Mustafa, perhaps a no-brainer, but Jer may come as a bit of a surprise to some people, but he really has impressed me in the league. He's got 10 goals in 5 Premier Division appearances, including 2 off the bench. He also got an assist in the Champions League game where he came on off the bench. And I think his pace, particularly his acceleration of 18, could definitely cause Bayern Munich some trouble on the break. And that is what I'm hoping for from this guy. I'm hoping he can carry on that league form into today's game and just give us a great performance. Of course, Bayern heavily favourites, not entirely surprising. We are at home for this game. Benfica sit top of our group. We are ahead of Bayern Munich. I'm not sure what that's based on. It might be to do with the fact we were away from home where we drew with them for the head-to-head. Either way, we're ahead of them. We're going to use that to our advantage, hopefully. And I'm hoping for a really good result today that puts us in a good position to potentially, for the first time ever, qualify out of the Champions League group stage. Either way, going to tell the players here that they're underdogs. No real pressure on them. They're absolutely loving it. Just trying to get the team as motivated as possible. We're going to play our 4-4-2 counter. Looking at it, Bayern playing their 4-4-2. Going to be interesting to see how the two teams shape up against one another. But if we can put in half the performance we put in the first time we played Bayern, I mean, it's going to be a good game for us and hopefully a tight game where we play well. Early on, 10 minutes in, only 1 shot on goal. Not a bad start. We're not being completely outclassed from the off, which is good. Although Bayern having a few more chances than us now. Pass completion of 62% is a little bit concerning, perhaps. But 21 minutes in, we're doing okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why did I click on what my system wanted me to do? That's a mistake. Either way, still 0-0. Bayern having a lot of possession and a lot of the chances. Tete on a booking as well. Really don't want us sending off today. Real Madrid and Benfica currently drawing in their game. Oh, it's a set piece. It's a fantastic save by Young. A corner from Bayern. I didn't even have time to react to it. That highlight was so quick. And then Feist, or is that how you'd say his name? Feist? Sven Feist? Either way, he's got a booking. That looked like a bit of a cynical foul to stop the breakaway. Jera stubbed his toe. Brilliant. That's a good start. Should be able to continue though, because it's a stub toe. So we'll keep on with him on the pitch for now. It looks like at half time, unless there's a very, very late goal here, it's going to be 0-0. Not a bad first half performance. I am going to tell the players aggressively I'm not happy with what they've done out there though, because it's not been great. It's not been great. We've been outclassed quite a bit in various departments. Dogan not had the best performance. I think I'm going to bring in Russo for Mustafa. I'm sorry, Mustafa, but you've just not impressed me today. You're looking nervous as well. Just can't deal with nerves on the pitch in this kind of game. So we're going to make the change there. And hopefully, Russo can have a really good impact on this game. Perhaps a little unlucky not to start this game. Dropped in favour of Jer. Jer, of course, on the pitch still for this game. He's getting a chance. I'm hoping he's going to make the most of it. Either way, though, we need to defend well and discern. Nice tackle. Now can we break away Jer? Russo on the break potentially. Options ahead. Cafe, can you shoot? He can. He finds the bottom of the net. It's a counter-attack. Cafe's 6th goal of the season. It's our first shot on target. And that is textbook Gibraltar Apex countering. Russo, the sub, immediate impact, holds up the ball well, baits in 2 defenders, creates space for Cafe to run in behind. And what a finish that is. Picks his spot in the bottom corner, places it there. 55 minutes gone, it's 1-0. But now we need to defend well, and Jay Marriott has just gone and got sent off. Oh, I knew that... What is with the discipline? I've never seen anything like it in what it's like for our team. But I guess that spells the end of Jair's game. The change that we will make is I'll bring in Melvin Thomas to play left back. The fact Gavial's booked really concerns me now, but I need to hold on to that sub. I have got Joel Begay on the bench, who's a defensive midfielder who really hasn't played that much for us over the years, but I was looking at him. I mean, he's been on loan at DC United and Portland Timbers the last few years. Last year he didn't play for us. He's a very good defensive midfielder, pacey as well. Part of me wants to bring him in for Gavial, but the issue is if I sub him in for Gavial now and we get an injury, we're going to be playing with 9 men, and that's just something I can't afford to risk. But at the same time, if Gavial gets sent off, then we're still playing with 9 men. Either way, let's make a few changes. So I'm going to be Bouchard to deep line playmaker defend. We're going to be a little bit more conservative with our centre mids, but we do need to defend the set piece. Carlos Eduardo puts it wide, but now, I mean, it's a bit of deja vu here because we're taking on Bayern Munich. We are a man down as well, and we're looking to hold on to what we've got here. It's a nice headed clearance there. That was a chance for Bayern Munich, but it is another corner. The pressure perhaps starting to mount a bit. Whipped in. Grundy gets it away this time. Baris Caban going to try and whip it in again. Grundy with another clearance. It's another block. I mean, we're going to need some heroic defending here, and that is what we are seeing at the moment. Caban whips in. Young, nice save. 27 minutes to weather a storm. I mean, can it be done? That is the question. On my lips, on your lips, on everyone's lips. I mean, a draw wouldn't be too bad in this situation now. The fact that the bookings are starting to build up is a little bit concerning. But we've got to stick with it, haven't we? We've got to defend another set piece. A corner whipped in, headed away, but Bacola, long shot. Young saves it. That looked offside. It is offside. Draxler, sit down, my son. Assistant with his flag up. I'm going to make a change here, I think. What do I want to change? Bouchard, I'm going to take you off and bring on Begay. We'll swap these two guys around and then bring on Begay. Bouchard not having the best game. Booked as well. Make the change there. Get some fresh legs on in the kind of midfield. Begay, a very good defensive midfielder. Not great going forward, but he's got pace. He's got work ethic. And I'm hoping he's going to put in a shift for us here because we need him to. He's got to basically do 2 men's work in this 10-man Apex side. And we have 13 minutes left to hold on in this game. 13 minutes to get a historic win against Bayern Munich. What can we do? 12 minutes and they're on the attack again. Thomas clears it. Can we break away? I mean, if we score when we're down a man, that's incredible, but it's going to be a tough ask. Russo, though, holds up it well. Jay Dessert, just slow play, my son. Russo there. Cafe on the overlap, potentially. Use your pace, Cafe. Make the run. Make the run. Russo does his man. Hit that. Oh, it's an insane save by Hall. An even crazier run by Russo to find the space there. Jay Dessert, can you whip it in? Whips it, back post, Begay. Cleared away, but Tete's there. 10 minutes left to hold on. I cannot deal with this. Bayern Munich, they've been all over us for the majority of this game. We've hit them once on the break and scored. 4 minutes left to hold on. Just tick away clock in the top left. That's going to be a red card for Bayern Munich as well. It's now 10 men v 10. It's still 1-0. There's 3 minutes left in this game. Munich having their centre-back sent off. And they've got a corner here. Last kick of the game. Get it out. Get it out. They hit the woodwork. Oh my gosh, the full-time whistle goes. It's finished 1-0. What a win that is. They hit the woodwork with the last kick of the game. What a crazy finish. Jay Marriott getting sent off. What an idiot. But while we somehow top the group that contains Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, I don't know how we've won that game. Cafe's scored once on the break. A crazy result. I mean, I've got my head scratching my hand scratching my head. I can't work out how we've done that, but we've done it. Real Madrid beating Benfica 2-1 as well. They had a sending off too. We have got Real Madrid next time around. Real Madrid will have a very, very late goal there to rescue all 3 points. We do get £1 million for winning the game. And, well, we go into the next match of the Champions League, which is going to be against Real Madrid, knowing a win would somehow see us top the group. And that would be mental. In fact, I don't know if we're guaranteed to top the group. I think we'd be through at that point. I mean, that's all ifs and buts. Guys, what an episode. What a crazy set of results there. 2 fantastic results against Bayern Munich. Defensively, we were superb in this second game. We were absolutely superb. Grundy, 7.9 rating, Cafe an 8.2. Cannot underestimate the contribution of those players and I guess the contribution of the blunted attack that was Bayern Munich trying to score in that game. Either way, hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button. If you got any comments, leave them down below. Crazy episode this time around. Next time around, we're taking on Real Madrid. Hopefully you will stick around for that. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.